Alright guys, welcome to day 4. Thanks for keeping up the consistency here. Let's stay on top of it. Good motivation, and we're going to still do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. We're going to do 2 pods, 5 exercises each. So let's go ahead and get right into it. You're going to reach back, pull up. We don't need any equipment today. Maybe just something, a little step for some toe taps. If you have a water bottle, if you have anything, chair, anything near you. So you're reaching back, calf raise at the top if you can, reach straight up. A little more plyo heavy today. Remember soft landings. Let's spread across, reach down, alternate legs. Come up in between. Just feel this on the back of your legs here. Getting moving. One more. Pull the knee up. Straight up to your chest. We'll do some rotations on the ground today. Why not? Go ahead and lay back. You're just gonna rock side to side. Get some noisy backs going here. All right, let's hop up, jump right into a little bit of a runner. Still in control, doesn't have to be too fast. I'm just trying to loosen up still. Start getting the heart rate up just a little bit. Get ready for this workout. Do 5 squats, slow and controlled, squeeze at the top. Go down as low as you can, sit the butt back. All right, let's do some jumping jacks and we'll get started. Remember, straight arms all the way up at the top. Soft landings on the balls of your feet. Go 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you ready? If you need a little more warm up, go ahead and take it. I'm gonna start my timer here and get going. First one we have is a walking lunge. So if you have weights available, that's okay too. Just gonna stand and use whatever space you have. So if you're walking this way, so I'm pretty close to the pool here, but you get 2 steps in. So you're gonna stand up without touching that leg down and just plant it forward, straight ahead. So chest stays up like always. We're driving through the glute, pushing up through the heel. This is your active rest period. Try and stay moving if you can. If you need to do little taps or just a light jog up and down. So try and stay with me here. We got toe taps next, so I'm gonna use this here today. It's gonna be a little higher. If you have something lower, it's totally fine. But we're just bouncing up in the arms and just lightly tapping whatever you're using and bouncing right back out. So core stays tight, my chest stays up, And I'm on the balls of my feet the whole time. Whew. Again, stay moving here. We got bicycle crunches next. Doesn't really matter too much what you're doing here. You want to do little shuffles, you want to just do runners, whatever you want. A little twist. Go ahead and get on our backs for our bicycles. Remember, opposite arm, opposite knee, opposite elbow. Our toes are pointed towards our face. And we're touching every time. The knee doesn't have to come past your hip. Slow and controlled, or you can speed it up, whatever you prefer. Just make sure that low back stays on the ground. All right, we got hopscotch squats. Say that 10 times fast. Hopscotch squats. We're gonna start wide, drop it in, bounce right out. Again, just like with any squat, our butt goes back, chest stays up, and our knees stay out. So I'm gonna start on one side and go out and jump just slightly forward with each rep. You wanna stay low. Makes it a little tougher. Or if you don't want to turn around, you can do the same thing backwards. And you're just going back and forth. Soft landings on those too. You're a little more perched up on the balls of your feet, but you can tap your heels a little bit each time too. All right, we got heel touches. So we're gonna be on the ground and bobbing side to side to touch our heels with every rep. Here we go on our backs. Make it a little bit challenging. If you sit up, you shouldn't be able to touch your heels until you go side to side. Your backbones are off the ground, scaps, and you're just doing little taps. So we're focused on using your obliques to move up and down. Your core stays tight, sucking that belly button to your spine. There you go, that's one round. Back up to the walking lunge. Good work. Keep moving. The heart rate should be getting up a little bit now. Again, if that first round is too easy for you, do the tougher variation. Challenge yourself with it. Again, walking lunge. Try not to plant your foot in between. You're just going back and forth here. When I hit down, my leg's at 90-90 and I drive out of my heel. Keep it up, keep it up. There you go. If you're not getting too much of work on these, if you need a little more, push yourself during these active rest periods. Move a little more. Maybe you do high knees for one, or low high knees. Maybe you run, whatever it is. Just try and get that heart rate up. We got toe taps next, so that should do it too. If you want, you can do this on a lower step, like this. Let's do two easy. Upgrade to the higher step, or speed it up. You're gonna pump those arms, and you're bouncing. off the balls of your feet each time. I don't want a lot of rotation, so keep your core tight, and it's going to keep you from rotating back and forth. Should probably get a little sweat going at this point. Sun's starting to come out here. We got bicycle crunches next. We're going to be on our backs. Let's go ahead and drop. So again, whatever speed you prefer, but just make sure that low back stays on the ground and your core staying tight. If you want to exaggerate your gaze to both sides, really look the other direction. It's going to help you rotate with each rep. We're back to hopscotch squats here. Stay with me. Again, if you need a water break real quick, go ahead and grab a sip, or you're coming right back over. Start at the end of our mat, or room, or wherever you're doing this. We're just in and out. Try not to fall in the pool. Glide on our feet. Our butt stays back, our chest stays up. Should be good burn after that one. But again, we're still moving here. We got heel touches again next. We're gonna be back on our backs. Remember, try and keep your backbones here, your scapulas, off the ground the whole time. Let's go ahead and lay down. Here we go. Make it difficult on yourself. Push your heels. Put your heels away from you so you're just barely touching them each time. And push and pull with both obliques. Make sure you can reach your heel each time. Whew. There we go. Two rounds down. Keep it moving. Stay with me here. Last round of these exercises, so make sure your best one. We got walking lunge again. If you have a laundry detergent, if you have weights, if you have anything, maybe you carry the dog around. Again, try not to touch in between each rep. So you're standing and stepping right into the next one. Really exaggerate that step. It's gonna help you with your balance, help you with your glute strength. If you are stepping and turning a lot, make sure you're switching legs. So maybe you step through with your right the first time and your left on the way back. Try to even it out. But we're done with those. You can remember that for next time. We got toe taps. We're light on our feet. We're moving, we're shaking. Starting to feel pretty good here. Remember, soft touches. Maybe you go a little faster this time. Maybe you go a little higher. With the knee comes straight out in front of you. And just tap the top. Whatever you're using. Try and speed it up. Speed it up, speed it up. Last 5 seconds. Good work. Good work, good work. Remember, stay moving here if you can. You need to stretch. Don't do a static stretch. I don't want to see that. Try and stay moving. Static stretch isn't gonna help you here. We got bicycle crunches. We'll be back on our backs. Here we go. Remember, our toes are staying pointed towards our face. Our back stays flat on the ground. And we touch opposite elbow to opposite knee. Your scapula should be off the ground with these two. At least one of them. And when you're rotating away, it should come up so you can meet that knee as you bring it towards you. We got hopscotch squats. A little bit of a leg burner here. Probably got a good sweat going on now at this point. Keep it up. We're almost halfway. Here we go. Try and stay low this whole time. And you're just going in and out, in and out. Little hops. Don't have to be going super far forward every time. There you go. We got heel touches next. Let's finish her off. Come on, come on. We're back on our backs. Go ahead and drop down. Get a couple extra reps in. Core stays tight. Remember, you're going up and down with your obliques. Keep them firing. Tuck that belly button to your spine. Back bones are off the ground. All right, a few technical difficulties there, guys. Hopefully it doesn't look like I jumped too far ahead in time there. But we're still moving. We got our active rest period. We're going right on to pod 2. We got 5 exercises. Jump squats are next. Let's get started. Waiting for that buzz. Keep moving, there we go. So remember, we're sitting back. With each rep is getting off the ground. Doesn't have to be a huge jump up. Remember, first move is back, and you're exploding up with your glutes each time. So it's soft landings, you sink right back down into that squat, and then thrust up, extending your hips forward into that jump. If you need to, you're still moving here. Even as I'm talking through that, keep working. If you do need to do a squat in between each jump, that's okay. We got shoulder taps next though. So we're gonna be in the push-up position, high plank, and we're just controlling the taps to each shoulder. So we're here. Try and keep our feet somewhat together. Pretty close. Suck that belly button to your spine and control the tap. Don't flail your arms and smack the ground really hard. You want to go softly back down. Try and avoid the rock side to side with your hips. There you go. Controlling that core movement there is really going to prevent you from going side to side. So, let's pause a little plyo heavy. We're going lateral hop with a jump. If you can't do the jump, I'll show you a couple variations. Try not to fall into the pool here. So we're going lateral hop, jump up on that single leg, and back to the other side. So make sure you're planting and jumping up, planting again before you step over. If you want to do a side hop and a double leg jump, that's okay. Do what you can. But remember, just with everything, really focus on using that glute on the landing, and you're staying really soft landings on the balls of your feet. Here we go, here we go. Those legs should be burning now. Again, if you need to take the break here, or if you need to do this, shake the legs out a little bit in between. Go ahead. Try and stay with me here. We got 10 high knees and 2 burpees. So again, chest stays up with the high knees. Burpee, down, and pull, down, and pull your knees up with your core. If you want to pump your arms, or with the burpee, if you want to just do step backs and take out the push-up, that works too. Or you give your feet a target to hit. Again, if you want to do the burpees, just step back like this and up. Try and get somewhat off the ground when you get to the top. We got double foot mountain climbers. So this is almost going to be like the bottom of your burpee. You're going to bring both feet towards your hands at the same time. So we're going to be in a high push-up. We just jump forward, bringing our feet as close to our hands as we can. If you need to, keep your legs straight. That's okay. If not, pull them in tight. Or if you just want to step out, single leg, try and do as many double leg as you can though. Keeping that core tight, not letting the hips drop in between reps. 1 round down, fired up for round 2. Do what you can with these. Try and still do as many reps as possible. But again, do your best variation. I'll show you the squat again with the pulse this time. So if you are gonna jump, you drop right back down to the squat, pulse up, and then jump again. So you're pulsing, jump. So it's every other, you get up off the ground. Remember, sit like you're sitting back into a chair, that first motion. As you come down from the jump, you're going straight back down, loading yourself up for the next one. As you're jumping on those 2, make sure as you stand up, your knees aren't caving in. You're really using those glutes to drive up out of the ground. We got shoulder taps. Stay with me here. Heart rate should be up pretty high at this point. Try and keep it up. High plank position. Remember, flex that core tight. Try and prevent yourself from shifting as you do this. You shouldn't ever turn your shoulders. You should be straight against the ground. Minimal movement. Don't put your hand down in front of your face. It should be right in front of your shoulder. put it in front of your face, it's like a little more of a kickstand. And you're not gonna have to resist those swaying motions. We're moving, we're moving. Stay with me here. This second pod is a leg bagger. We got lateral jumps with the hop if you can get it. Again, if you want to just do the hops, that's okay. If not, load that glute, straight up, land, load, and up. Soft landings the whole time. Just like with the squat, hand with the jump, butt goes back. Make sure you're staying balanced on each landing. If you fire that glute, you're gonna have a lot easier time staying balanced. We got 10 high knees, 2 burpees. My mat keeps shifting, but we're going. So we're gonna get one end of our mat here. Again, try and get up as high as you can. Chest stays up. Drop. Back up. 2. My dad's up there interrupting my workout. Here we go. We got 6 more minutes here. 6 more exercises. Double for the mountain climbers next. Push yourself during these break periods. Try and get the most out of this last round. We're in a high plank to start, and we jump. Both knees going towards our chest. All right, we keep going here. Both knees straight up. Pull them up, pull them up. Again, if you need to keep your legs straight, just pipe your hips straight up. Just slight bend in your elbows, not too much. There we go. Come on, last round. Best round yet. Keep working here. Push yourself with these variations. Best round so far. We got jump squats. Maybe you do 2 and then a pulse. Whatever you're feeling. Push those legs. Here we go. Remember, explode off your toes, but when you go down, the weight transfers to your heels. So you sit that butt back, your chest stays up the whole time. And as I land, I'm dropping back into that squat. So I can use my momentum from dropping down to come right back up. We got shoulder taps. Keep that core, flex it tight. Tight as you flexed it all day. Resist that shift, side to side. Here we go. Doesn't have to be fast. It should be a little slow and controlled. Make your core work as you lift your hands off the ground. run this for the last couple. We got 2 more breaks. 3 more breaks if you could include this one. We got lateral hops with the jump. Push yourself here. Keep that heart rate up. Lateral jumps. Here we go. Again, do your best variation. If that's just a step and a little hop, that's okay. Just stay moving. I'd rather have you doing this than just stopping, waiting for your legs to recover. Keep moving here. Here we go. We're doing runners. Jog it out with me. Doesn't have to be fast. Just try to keep those legs moving. These last 2 minutes here. Push yourself. You came here to work out, so give it all you got. You got high knees and burpees. Chest stays up. I'm bouncing right off the balls of my toes. Straight into a burpee off the ground. My elbows staying tight if I am doing the push-up. If you want to do the push-up from your knees, drop your feet out, push up, and then throw your knees forward towards your hands. Or just take the push-up out altogether. Speed it along. Finish that last little rep. All right, last one here, last minute. Come on, people, stay with me. We got double foot mountain climbers. Last exercise. Heart rate should be the highest it's been all day right now. We're going down into a push-up position. Hopping those knees forward. Weight should stay pretty far forward on top of your hands. If you want to do the pike again, still pull those feet towards your hands with your core. Okay, good work today. Show my timer off here. Again, if you need to cool down for a second before we start stretching, step side to side, take a lap around the house, whatever you gotta do. We're gonna drop right down to one knee here. Again, we're tucking our pelvis, so we're scooping our tailbone up underneath and rotating backwards. You should feel that right in the front of your hip already. If you don't, even if you do, you can pivot just slightly forward, holding that tuck. It's gonna be a lot of stretch right in the front of your hip here. Sorry for the technical issues today, guys. Hopefully you stayed with it the whole time. You're on day 4, so you're building that routine. Keep it up. Go ahead and switch sides. Make sure we're at 90-90 with both legs here. We tuck first and then pivot forward. It's not a lot of pivot. As long as you're holding that tuck, you should feel it the whole time. If you don't, put your hand on your knee for balance. It's okay. All right, let's drop down to our butts here. I'm gonna spread them just as wide as you can. You can sit and then push yourself forward as far as you can go. We're gonna reach out right in front of us. you can reach out and then use your hands to pull your body forward into a little deeper of a stretch. Make sure you're getting some deep breaths here. Sink into that stretch with every exhale. You can go over to the right side first. Remember, opposite hand, the other foot. Most important, you're gonna feel it all down your side. And switch to the other side. Deep breaths. Feel that heart rate down under control. Sink into the stretch. All right, that's it for me today, guys. If you need to do a little more stretching, by all means, get some in tonight, get some in later, get some in now. I'll see you for day 5.